Once upon a time, a long way away. Once upon a time, a long, long way away, there was a little green pig. There was a little green pig who was green. Once upon a time, a long, long way away, there was a little green pig. Or was it a long, long way away? Where was it? Yes, it was a long, long way away, and he was a little green pig. Shut up, Katurian! Make me forget about the little green pig story now with your screaming all over the place. And what did the little green pig do next? He said to the man, hello, man. I can't do stories like you can do stories anyway. I wish they'd hurry up and stop torturing him. I'm bored in here. I wish my horse were
Back to work on you in a minute. Get my dinner.
What are you doing?
I'm holding onto your leg.
Oh. Why?
I don't know, I'm in pain. Aren't I allowed to hold on to my brother's leg when I'm in pain?
Of course you are, Turkle. It just seems weird.
How are you doing anyway?
Fine, just a bit bored. Cor, you were making such a racket. What were they doing? Torturing you?
Yes.
Did it hurt?
It wouldn't be torture if it didn't hurt, my friend.
Huh. No, I suppose.
Did yours hurt
Did my what hurt?
when they tortured you?
They didn't torture me. What? Oh, the man came in and said he was going to torture me, but I thought, no way, boy, that hurts. So I told him whatever he wanted to hear, and it was fine then.
So we just told you what to do and you agreed to it.
Yeah.
Swear to me on your life you didn't kill those 3 kids.
I swear to you on my life I didn't kill those 3 kids.
Did you sign anything?
You know I can't sign nothing.
Then maybe we can still get out of this.
Get out what?
Get out of being tortured and executed for killing 3 children.
Oh, get out of being executed and tortured for killing 3 children. That'd be great. How?
The only stuff they have on us is the stuff you said and the stuff they said they found in the house.
What stuff?
They had this box of toes. No, hang on, they said they were toes. They could have been anything. Oh my God, and he was all bloody. He was covered in blood. Are you saying he didn't torture you at all?
No, except he gave me a ham sandwich, but I had to take the lettuce out of it, yeah.
Let me think.
You like thinking, don't ya?
Why are we being so stupid?
Why?
Why are we believing everything they're telling us?
Why?
This is just like storytelling.
I know!
A man comes in and says, your mother is dead, yeah?
I know my mother is dead.
No, I know, but in a story, a man comes into a room, says to another man, your mother is dead. What do we know? Do we know that the mother is dead?
Yes.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
A man comes into a room, says, your mother is dead. That is all we know. First rule of storytelling, don't read everything you trust in the papers.
I don't read the papers.
Yeah, good. Well, you'll be one step ahead of everybody else.
I'm pretty sure I don't know what you're going on about, Katurian, but you're funny though.
A man comes into another room and says to another man, your brother has just confessed to the killing of 3 children, and we found a box of one of the kids' toes in a room in your house. What do we know?
Oh, I get it!
Do we know that the brother has killed 3 children?
No.
No. Do we know that the brother has confessed to killing 3 children?
No.
No. Do we know that they found a box with the kids' toes in their house? No. Do we? Oh my God.
What?
We don't even know that there are any children murdered in the first place.
It was in the papers.
Who runs the papers?
The police.
Oh, you're quite clever.
Oh my God! A writer in a totalitarian state is interrogated about the gruesome content of their short stories and their similarities to a number of child murders happening in their town. A number of child murders that aren't actually happening at all. I wish I had a pen. I could do a decent story out of this. If they weren't going to execute us in an hour. Whatever they do to you, Michael, no matter what they do to you, you don't sign anything, okay? No matter what they do to you, you don't sign anything.
Whatever they do to me, I don't sign anything. No matter what they do to me, I don't sign anything. Can I sign your name?
Especially don't sign my name. Especially don't sign my name.
I killed a bunch of kids. Katurian. I had nothing to do with this sibling, Michael. Not even a bit.
Beat the shit out of you. Oh, Jesus, Michael!
Oh, sorry, Katurian.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll be okay. We just gotta stick together and we'll get out of this.
Yeah. My arse is itchy today. I don't know why. Have we got any more of that powder left?
No, you used it all like it was going out of stock.
Well, we ain't going home for a while, ain't we?
No.
I'm gonna have to sit here with an itchy arse.
Could you keep telling me about it? Because it's really keeping my spirits up.
Really? No, you're just being stupid. An arse can't lift your spirits up, can it?
Depends on the hours.
What? Stupid. Well, it's itchy anyway, I'll tell you that. I'm trying not to itch or anything because you're here, but I'll tell you, it's itchy, man. I got one itchy arse. Tell us a story, Katurian. It'll take my itchy arse, yeah.
What story do you want to hear?
The little green pig?
No, not the villain.
It's not silly, it's good. The little green pig. I was trying to remember it just now.
What shall I do?
Do the Pillowman.
Jeez. The Pillowman? It's from a while ago, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from like a while ago.
Why the Pillowman? Wait, let me see. How does that one start?
Once upon a time.
No, I know, but I mean, how does it like actually start?
Once upon a time.
All right, Jesus. Once upon a time, there lived a man who did not look like ordinary man. He was about 9 foot tall, and he was all made up of these pillows, these fluffy pink pillows. His arms were pillows, and his legs were pillows, and his body was a pillow, and his fingers were these little pillows. Even his head was a pillow. A big, round pillow.
A circular pillow.
It's the same thing.
But I prefer a circular pillow.
Even his head was a big, circular pillow. And on his head, he had these 2 button eyes and a big, smiley mouth, which was always smiling, so you could always see his teeth, which were also pillows. Little white pillows. Pillows.
Do your mouth smiley like the Pillowman's mouth is.
Anyway, the Pillowman had to look like this. He had to look soft and safe because of his job. Because his job was a very sad and a very difficult one.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Whenever a man or lady was very, very sad because they lived a dreadful life and they just wanted to end it all. They just wanted to take their own lives and take all the pain away by bullet or by razor or by gas.
Or by jumping off something big.
Yes, by whatever preferred method of suicide. Preferred is probably the wrong word, but just as they were about to do it, the Pillowman would go to them, and he'd sit with them, and he'd gently hold them, and time would slow strangely. And as time would slow, the Pillowman would go back in time to when that man or that woman was just a little boy or a little girl, to when the life of horror they were to lead hadn't quite yet begun. And the Pillowman's job was a very, very sad one, because the Pillowman's job was to get that child to kill themselves, and so avoid all the years of suffering that would just end up for them in the same place anyway, facing an oven, facing a shotgun, facing a lake. But I've never heard of a small child killing themselves, you might say. Well, the Pillowman would always make this child do it in a way that made it seem like it was an accident. He'd show them the bottle of sweeties that looked like pills and were pills. He'd show them the spot on the lake where the ice was too thin. He'd show them the parked cars and where it was dangerous to dash out from. He'd show them the plastic bag with no breathing holes and exactly how to tighten it. Because mommies and daddies always find it easier to see their child lost in a tragic accident than they do to see a 5-year-old who has seen how shitty life is and taken action to avoid it. Now, not all the children would go along with the Pillowman. There was this little girl, a happy little thing, who just wouldn't believe the Pillowman when he told her how horrible life would be, and how hers would be. And so she sent him away. And he went away crying big, gloopy tears that made puddles this big. And the next night, there was another knock on the door. And she said, "Go away, Pillowman. I told you I'm happy. I've always been happy, and I'll always be happy." But it wasn't the Pillowman. It was another man. And her mommy wasn't home. And this man would visit her every time her mommy wasn't home. And she soon became very, very sad. And as she sat in front of the oven when she was 21 years old, she said to the Pillowman, "Why didn't you try to convince me?" And the Pillowman said, "I tried to convince you, but you were just too happy." And as she turned up the gas as high as it would go, she said, "But I've never been happy. I've never been happy."
Could you skip on to the end, please? This bit's a bit boring.
That's a bit rude, Michael, but
Sorry, Katurian, but could you skip on to the end, please?
well, the end of the Pillowman. When the Pillowman was successful in his job, a small child would die horrifically. But when the Pillowman was unsuccessful, the small child would live a horrible life, grow into an adult that also had a horrible life, and then die horribly. So the Pillowman, as big as he was and as bulky as he was, would just go around crying. These big puddles of tears would just fill up his house. So he decided to do just one final job, and that he did. So he went to this place by this pretty stream that he remembered from a time before.
I like this bit.
He brought a little can of petrol with him, and there was this old weeping willow tree there, and he went and he sat beside it, and there were all these toys around.
Let's say what the toys was.
There was a little car and a little toy dog and a kaleidoscope.
There was a little toy dog. Did it yak?
What?
Did it yak?
Yes. Anyway, there was a little caravan nearby as well, and the Pillowman heard the door open and these little footsteps come out, and he heard a little boy's voice say, "I'm just going out to play, Mom." And the mom said, "Well, don't be late for your tea, son." "I won't be, Mom." And the little footsteps got closer, and the branches of the willow tree parted, and it wasn't a little boy at all. It was a little pillow boy. And the pillow boy said, "Hello," to the Pillowman. And the Pillowman said, "Hello," to the pillow boy. And they sat with each other and played with the toys for a while.
With the kaleidoscope and the car and the little toy dog that yacked. But I bet mostly it was the little toy dog, eh?
And the Pillowman told the pillow boy all about his sad job dead kids and all that stuff. And the little pillow boy understood instantly, because he was such a happy little fella, and all he ever wanted to do was to help people. So we poured the can of petrol all over himself, and his smiley mouth was still smiling, and the Pillowman, through his gluten tears, said, "Thank you," to the pillow boy. And the pillow boy said, "That's all right. Will you tell my mommy I won't be home for tea tonight?" And the Pillowman said, "I will. Bye." And as the pillow boy struck a match, it slowly started to burn. The Pillowman sat there watching him as he slowly faded away. And the last thing he saw was the pillow boy's happy, smiling mouth slowly melting away, sinking into nothingness. That was the last thing he saw. The last thing he heard were the sounds of the screams of the 100,000 children he helped to commit suicide, coming back to life and going on to lead the cold, wretched lives that were destined to him, right on up to the screams of their sad, self-inflicted deaths, which this time, of course, would be conducted entirely alone.
I don't really get the end bit, but so the Pillowman just faded away.
Yeah.
It-
Faded away, like, into nothingness.
into the air,
Yeah, into the air, into wherever.
into heaven.
No. Into wherever.
I like the Pillowman. He's my favorite.
It's a bit downbeat, I'll admit. Is your itchy ass alright?
It wasn't until you remind me. Huh. But I still can't figure it out.
Figure what out? Figure out the Pillow Man?
No, I thought I hit it really well.
Did what really well?
The box with the boy's toes. I thought I hit it really well. I mean, first I hid it under all my socks and pants in the drawer, which, alright, wasn't very well hid, but then when they started to smell, I hid them under the dirt in the Christmas tree pot in the attic, because I knew we wouldn't be getting the Christmas tree pot out for ages, like, till Christmas. And that gave them plenty of time to go moldy. They were already a bit moldy. Were they moldy when you saw them? Yeah. They must have used sniffer dogs or something. You know those sniffer dogs? They must have used them because, no way, I hit them brilliantly. Christmas tree pot. You only see it once a year.
You just told me. You just told me you didn't touch those 3 children. You just lied to me.
No, I didn't. I told you. The man came in and said he was going to torture me unless I said I killed those kids. So I said I killed those kids. That doesn't mean I didn't kill those kids. I did kill those kids.
You swore to me on your life that you didn't kill those 3 kids.
Oh, see with that one, swear to me on your life you didn't kill those 3 kids. Yeah, I was kind of playing a trick on ya. Sorry, Katurian. I know it was wrong, really, but it was interesting. The little boy was like you said it was. I chopped off his toes and he didn't scream at all. He just sat there and looked at them. He seemed very surprised. I suppose you would be at that age. His name was Aaron. Got a funny little hat on and keep going on about his mom. God, he bled a lot. You wouldn't have thought that much blood would be in such a little boy. Then he stopped bleeding and turned blue. Huh. Poor thing. I feel quite bad about it now. He seems quite nice. Can I go back home to my mommy now, please? But the little girl was a right pain in the arse, kept bawling her eyes out, and she wouldn't eat them. She wouldn't eat the apple man. I spent ages making them. It's really hard to get razor blades inside. You don't say how to in the story, do ya? I checked. So anyway, I forced them down her. It only took 2. Not to be mean or anything, but that shut her up. It's really hard to get out your clothes, isn't it? Blood? You try washing your shirt tomorrow, you'll see it'll take ages. Katurian, I can wash them for you if you want. I'm getting quite good at it.
What did you do it for?
Huh? You're mumbling.
What did you do it for?
Don't cry, Katurian. It will be all right.
What did you do it for?
No, because you told me to.
Because I what?
Because you told me to.
I remember telling you to do your homework every night. I remember to brush your teeth every night.
I do brush my teeth every night.
I don't remember telling you to take a bunch of little children and fucking butcher them.
I didn't butcher them. Butcher them, that'd be more like, mine was more, and, butcher them, that's a bit strong. And I wouldn't have done anything if you hadn't told me, so don't act all innocent. Every story you tell me has something horrible happen to somebody. I was just testing how far-fetched they were, because some of your stories seemed a bit far-fetched. Do you know what? They ain't all that far-fetched.
Why couldn't you act out any of the nice ones?
Because you didn't write any nice ones.
I wrote plenty of nice ones.
Yeah, like, 2.
No. I'll tell you why you couldn't act out any of the nice ones, shall I?
Alright.
Because you're a sadistic, retarded fucking pervert who enjoys killing little kids, and even if every story I ever wrote was the sweetest thing imaginable, the outcome would still be the same.
Well, we'll never know, will we? Because you never did. And I didn't enjoy killing those kids. It was irritating. It took ages. And I didn't set out to kill those kids. I just set out to chop the toes off one of them and put razor blades down the throat of one of them.
Are you telling me you don't know that if you chop the toes off a little boy and shove razors down the throat of a little girl, you don't know that they're going to die?
Well, I know now. Well, the torture man seemed to be on my side. He seemed to agree with me. It was all your fault. Well, mostly your fault.
What did you say to him?
Just the truth.
Which particular truth, Michael?
Just, all the things I've done to the kids, I got from the stories you wrote and read out to me.
You've said that to the policeman.
Just, the truth.
It's not the truth, Michael.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Well, did you write some stories with children getting murdered in them?
Yes.
Well, did you read them out to me?
Yes.
Well, did I go out and murder a bunch of children? Yes, I did is the answer. So I don't see how that is the truth fits into it, let alone the sadistic, retarded pervert. You're my sibling, and I love you, but, you just spent 20 minutes telling me a story about a bloke. His whole thing in life is getting a bunch of kids to, at minimum, set themselves on fire. So, and he's the hero, and I'm not criticizing. He's a very good character. He's a very good character. He reminds me a bit of me.
How does he remind you of you?
Getting little children to die, all that.
The Pillowman never murdered any children, and all the children that did die were going to lead horrible lives anyway.
You're right, all children are gonna lead horrible lives. You might as well save them the hassle.
Not all children are going to lead horrible lives, Michael.
Did you lead a horrible life since you was a child? Yes. Did I lead a horrible life since I was a child? Yes. That's 2 out of 2 for a start.
Was a kind, thoughtful man who hated what he was doing. You are the opposite in every respect.
Well, okay, I'm no good at opposites, but I think I know what you're saying. Thank you. The Pillowman's a good story. It's one of your best. I think you're gonna be a famous writer someday. God bless you, I could just see it.
When?
Huh?
When am I going to be a famous writer?
Someday, I said.
You're going to execute and
Oh yeah, well I guess you're not gonna be a famous writer then.
they're going to destroy everything. They're going to destroy us. They're going to destroy my stories. They're going to destroy everything.
I think it's us we should be worried about, Katurian, not your stories.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're just paper.
They're just what?
They're just paper. Ah!
They came to me right now and said, we're going to burn 2 out of the 3 of you. You, your brother, or your stories. I'd have them burn you first. Then have them burn me second. And I'd have to be my stories they saved.
You just banged my head on the floor.
I noticed that.
You just banged my head on the floor.
I said I noticed that.
You're just like Mom and Dad.
Say that again.
You're just like Mom and Dad, hitting me and shouting at me.
Let me get this straight.
Don't start that.
So Mom and Dad kept their firstborn son in a room where they tortured him for 7 consecutive years. And you made a little boy bleed to death, made a little girl choke to death, and did God knows what to a 3rd girl, and I smacked a dimwit's head into the fucking floor, and you're not like Mom and Dad, but I'm just like Mom and Dad.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I see your logic, Michael. I see where you're coming from.
Good. You should.
Let me tell you something. I think Mom and Dad would be really happy to be looking down on all of this right now and see that you turned to be a boy that they can really be proud of.
Don't say that.
Truly proud of. That you're almost a carbon copy of them. You know, you should grow a little goatee beard, wear glasses like him.
Don't say that.
Or maybe wear a diamond necklace like her, talk like this.
Don't say that or I'll kill you!
You're not gonna kill me. I ain't stupid.
I'm not like them. I didn't want to hurt anybody. I'm just doing your stories.
Where did you leave the 3rd girl, Michael? What did you do to her?
No, I'm not telling you. You hurt my feelings and my head.
You'll tell quick enough when they get a hold of you.
I can take it.
Not like this, you can't.
You don't know what I can take.
Well, I suppose I don't.
When I was in here listening to you screaming next door, I thought, this must have been kind of how it was for you all those years. But let me tell you, it's easier on this side.
I know it is.
You had it for an hour and came in whinging your snotty head off. Try for a lifetime.
That doesn't excuse anything, Michael.
It excused the 2 you murdered. Why should it excuse the 2 I murdered?
I murdered 2 people who tortured a child for 7 years. You murdered 3 children who hadn't done anything to anybody. There's a difference.
As far as you know, they hadn't tortured anybody. The razor blade girl seemed like a right little shit. I bet she at least did dance.
What happened to the 3rd girl, Michael? I need to know. I just need to know what happened to her.
You're gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be mad.
You're gonna be a bit mad.
What happened to her? Was she like in the story? Which story was she like?
She was like, the little Jesus. The little Jesus.
Why that one?
It's a good story. You're a good writer, Katurian. Don't let anyone tell you different.
Where did you leave her?
At the wishing well where you buried Mom and Dad.
That poor fucking thing.
I know, it's terrible.
Well, I hope it was quick.
Quick-ish. Don't go cry, Katurian. It will be all right.
How will it be all right? How will it ever be all right?
I don't know. it's something you say at a time like this. It'll be all right. Of course, it won't be all right. They're going to come and execute us any minute. That isn't all right, is it? That's almost the opposite of all right. Do you think they'll execute us together or separately? I hope it's together. I wouldn't want to be on my own.
I haven't done anything.
Look, don't start that again. You're getting on my nerves. And even if they don't execute us together, they're bound to bury us together. Save it digging 2 holes, because I wouldn't want to be buried on my own. That'd be horrible, alone in the ground. But at least we'll be together in heaven, whatever happens, and hang out with God and whatnot, and have races.
Which particular version of heaven is this you're going to, Michael? Child killer heaven?
No, not child killer heaven, smart arse. Normal heaven, like in the films.
Do you want to know where it is you're going when you die, Michael?
Where? And don't say something horrible because you're in the mood.
You're going to live in a little room, in a little forest, and for the rest of all time. You're going to be looked after, not by me, but by a person called Mom, and a person called Dad. And they're going to look after you the same way they always looked after you. Except this time, I'm not going to be around to save you, because I ain't going to the same place you're going to, because I never butchered any little fucking kids.
That was the most meanest thing any person has said to any other person, and I'm never going to speak to you again, ever.
Good. Then let's just sit here in silence till they come back and execute us.
The most meanest thing I ever heard. And I said not to say anything mean. I said, don't say anything mean. And what did you do? What did you do? You said something mean!
I used to love you so much.
What do you mean, used to? That's an even meaner thing to say than the other mean thing you said. And that other thing was the most meanest thing I ever heard. Jesus.
Good. Let's just sit here in silence.
I'm trying to sit here in silence, but you keep saying mean things to me. Don't ya? Don't ya, I said. Oh, is this the sitting here in silence thing? Okay. Except I have one more bone to pick with you. A bone which is about a little rubbish story I read a while back. A little rubbish story called The Writer and the Writer's Brother, the story was called, which was the biggest pile of rubbish I ever read.
I never showed you that story, Michael.
Of course you never showed me that story, and with good reason. It was rubbish.
So what, you just go snooping around my room whilst I was at work?
Of course I've been snooping around your room while you're at work. What the hell do you think I've been doing while you're at work?
Massacring infants,
Well, when I'm not massacring infants, I'm snooping around your room and finding little stupid stories that aren't true at the end. That are just bloody stupid at the end. That I died and Mom and Dad lived. That's a bloody stupid ending.
Now I'm getting literary advice from Jack, the fucking literary.
What? Why couldn't you have made it a happy ending like it was in real life?
There are no happy endings in real life.
What? My story was a happy ending. You came and rescued me and killed Mom and Dad. That was a happy ending.
And then what happened?
And then you buried Mom and Dad at the wishing well and put some limes on them.
Put lime on them. Put some limes on them. What was I doing? A fruit fucking salad? And then what happened?
And then what happened? And then you started sending me to school, and I started learning things, which was good.
And then what happened?
And then what happened? When I won the discus?
And then what happened 3 weeks ago?
Oh, and then I done some children in.
And then you got some children. How? Fucking ending. And then I done some children in. And then you got caught and executed. And then you got your sibling caught when they hadn't done anything. How is that a happy fucking ending? And also, when I won the discus, you came fourth in the fucking discus.
We're not talking about.
You came fourth out of fucking 4 in the fucking discus when I won the discus.
We're not talking about did I win the discus or not. We're talking about what would be a happy ending. Me winning the discus, that would be a happy ending. Me dead and left to rot like in your stupid story, that would not be a happy ending.
That was a happy ending.
What? I was dead and left to rot, and that was a happy ending.
What was left in your hand when you died? A story. A story that was better than all of my stories. See, the writer and the writer's brother. You were the writer, I was the writer's brother. That made it a happy ending for you.
But I was dead.
It isn't about being or not being dead. It's about what you leave behind.
I don't get it.
Right now, I don't care if they kill me. I don't care. But they're not going to kill my stories. They're not going to kill my stories. They're all I have left.
Got me. But, okay then, so we agree you're gonna change the ending to the writer and his brother's story so that I'm alive at the end and then mom and dad are dead and that I win the discus. That's okay then. And you should probably just burn the old story too, really, just so no one sees it and thinks it's proper and that I'm dead or something. You should probably just burn it.
Okay, Michael, I'll do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, cool! That was easy! Well, in that case, you should probably burn some of your other stories too, because some of them, and I'm not being funny or anything, but some of them are a bit sick.
You know, wouldn't it be easier if I just burned all my stories? You know, it would save time trying to weed out the sick ones from the not so sick ones.
No, that'd be silly, burning all of them. No. Just the ones that are going to make people go out and kill kids. And it wouldn't take too long weeding through the ones that aren't going to make people go out and kill kids, because you only got about 2 that aren't going to make people go out and kill kids.
Which ones, Michael? Which ones out of the 400 stories I wrote would you deign to save?
Well, there's the one about the little green pig. That's a nice one. That wouldn't make anybody go out and murder anybody, really, and I suppose that's it, actually. The little green pig one.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be on the safe side. I mean, there are some that make somebody go out and maim somebody, not murder them, really. But, you know, if you want to be on the safe side, it's just the little green pig one. It might make someone go out and paint somebody green or something, but that's about it.
You know, this would all be fine if the 3 stories you chose to act out didn't happen to be the 3 most repulsive stories you could have chosen to act out. They weren't the first 3 you happened to come across. They were the 3 that most suited your repulsive little fucking mind.
So what? I could have picked one that would have been just as sick. Like what? Like the face basement. Slice off their face, put it in a jar on top of a dummy downstairs, or the Shakespeare room. Old Shakespeare with the little black pygmy laid in the box. Give her a stab with a stick every time he wants a new play wrote.
Did he do all those stories himself?
But you see what I mean, Kat? They're all sick. You couldn't pick ones that wouldn't have been just as sick.
Why did it have to be the little Jesus?
Katurian, what's done is done and can't be undone to done. Because I'm getting a bit sleepy now, so I'm going to have a little sleep for myself. If I can just get off my arse, which is itchy like crazy, and I haven't even mentioned it.
You're going to sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming back to torture and execute us any minute.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It might be the last sleep we get for a while. Might be the last sleep we get ever. Wouldn't that be terrible? I love sleeping. Do you think they have sleeping in heaven? They bloody better, else I'm not going. Katurian,
What?
tell me a story.
I thought you wanted to burn all my stories.
Tell me the one about the little green pig. I don't want to burn that one. Tell me that one. And then I'll forgive you.
Forgive me for what?
For saying all those mean things. That Mom and Dad would take care of me for all time in the forest and that no one would ever come rescue me.
I don't remember how that one goes.
You remember how it goes, Victorian? Come on. The first word goes once. The second word goes upon. I think the third word goes and the fourth word goes, oh sugar, what's the fourth word? I don't know. Time, the fourth word goes, once upon a time. I just remembered it just now.
Okay, settle down. Once upon a time.
This is like the olden days, the good olden days, the stories.
Once upon a time, on a farm in a strange land far away.
Far away.
There lived a little pig who did not look like the other pigs around.
He was green.
Are you telling a story or am
Fingers on lips.
I? The little pig was different than all the other pigs because he was bright green, like almost glow-in-the-dark green.
Glow in the dark green, like the pink they have in the railway tunnels. That's the glow in the dark like they have in the railway tunnels.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, are we interrupting or are we listening and sleeping?
We are listening and sleeping.
Good. The little pig, he really liked being green. Not that he didn't like the color of other pigs, he thought pink was nice too. But what he liked was he liked being a little bit different. A little bit peculiar. The other pigs didn't like him being green though. They were jealous and they bullied him and made his life a misery.
Misery.
And all the farmers heard this complaining and it just aggravated them.
What's aggravated? Sorry,
It's alright. It just means it got on their nerves.
got on their nerves.
So it got on the nerves of the farmers and they thought, we'd better do something about this. And they crept out in the middle of the night. And they snatched up the little pig whilst all the other little pigs were squealing and sleeping and everything. And they brought him back to the barn. And the little pig squealed all the way. The other pigs were laughing at him.
Bastards.
And the farmers got him back to the barn, and what they did was they opened up this very big pot of this very special paint, this very special pink paint, and they dunked him in it, and covered him from head to foot, till not a patch of green was left. And then they held him down until he dried. And what was special about this paint was that it could never be washed off, and it could never be painted over. It could never be washed off, and it could never be painted over. And the little pig said, "Oh, please, God, please don't make me like all the rest. I'm happy being a little bit peculiar."
I'm happy being a little bit peculiar.
He says to God.
It was too late. The paint was dry, and the farmers had taken him back out into the field. And as he passed the other pigs, the other pink pigs, on his way to his favorite patch of grass, he tried to understand why God hadn't listened to his prayers. But he couldn't understand. And so he cried himself to sleep. But even the thousands of tears that he cried couldn't wash off that horrible pink paint because
Never be washed off, and it can never be painted over.
Exactly. And as the little pig went to sleep, these strange, strange storm clouds began to gather overhead. And it began to rain. Slowly, getting heavier, heavier, heavier. This was no ordinary rain. This was a very special green rain, almost as thick as paint. But there was something else that was special about it. Because it could never be washed off and never be painted over. It could never be washed off and it could never be painted over. And the next morning, when all the pigs awoke and the rain had stopped and the sun had risen, they found that every single one of them had turned green. Every single one except, of course, the little old green pig, who is now the little pink pig, and whom the farmers had covered him in unpaintable paint the night before. Unpaintable. But anyway, the little pig smiled because he realized that he was, and he always would be, just a little bit peculiar. So he thanked goodness, and he thanked God. You like that story, didn't you, Uncle? You used to like that one? No little toes in it, no little razors. It's nice. Maybe you should have acted out that one. Sweet dreams, little baby. I'll be coming along soon. Detectives! Detectives! I have a confession to make about my involvement in the murders of 6 people. I have one condition. It involves my stories.